exactly did you come across Michael Bowen?
Thanks, Jacques. It's a pleasure to be on here and a privilege. Michael Bowen is someone I didn't know when I got involved with the property. I started initially with a legacy training course, which was a 2-day intensive thing, which was done in Port Elizabeth. And we completed that. We did a lot of exercises. And then shortly after that, we got a coach, and that was that. There was a number of WhatsApp groups that was formed, and so in one of those groups, Michael Bowen was in there, and he was very vocal and did a lot of chatting, and
assuming he was right active and helpful as he usually is.
Yeah, he's a very active man. So that's how I first kind of got into communication with him. That's how I started.
Okay, fantastic. So let me get this straight. You invested into a deal of ZAHomes, but you had never met Michael at this point, right?
That's correct. I hadn't met him, no.
Okay.
But we'd had many chats online, through Zoom and through WhatsApp. So it's very close. He feels like you can just reach out and touch him almost. And if you need to speak to him, he's always available, like yourself. So the approachability and those kind of things are what really convinced me that this was what I wanted to get into.
What finally tilted you into trusting that your investment was safe?
Was recently retrenched, so I had some spare cash, and Michael put out there that he's looking for an investor for an Airbnb property in Bloemfontein. Okay. So I then chatted to him, and I then went on to the Michael Bowen website and checked out the partners, yourself, and the legal people, and the attorneys, anybody that was involved, so that I could get a feel, because a friend of mine said, "Well, no, this is it's not good. Don't trust it." I said, "No, you don't realize the depth of knowledge, information, and number of people that are involved in this thing." And then there were a number of people that wanted to invest into this Airbnb property, but Michael decided to take me because he liked the way that I approach things, and the fact that I had already done some training. And we felt like we could work together. And so that's how I got to know Michael and became an investor. The returns that were being offered at the time were beneficial, and so that was one of the reasons why I invested the money. But just to cap it all, recently I've received my first payment back from the funding that I issued, and I've learned so much going through the process.
So in terms of your investment, you said that you had already gotten some money back. I'm assuming that your investment has not fully been repaid. Property deals take a while to realize. So after that first repayment, are you still comfortable that it is progressing and that the property deal that you have invested your money in is one that is actually going to pan out as a good deal?
Yeah, 100%. I got the payment, and I've already said to Michael, reinvest the money. I don't want it back. Reinvest it. Let's use it and build on it, because it's no good sitting at the bank. I'd much rather be using it to purchase property, renovate properties, whatever is required. So that if I'm prepared to reinvest the money, that should show people that I'm very happy with what's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, the speed is the other thing, right? This was actually all done in a 2-month span of time that this was executed. Investment first into the prior deal, and then the actual acquisition for a deal within the sub-home. So that is incredibly fast. It is faster than our previous partnerships, but I mean, the timing was right. And I think it was a good fit from all of our sides. It's good to hear that you're happy in that regard. I know one of Michael's specialties, that's where he comes in, especially as a key strength in our ZAHomes partnerships, there's the way he structures deals and looking for alternative solutions. So over and above that, after partnering, what exactly have you learned? Like, what has it contributed to you in your property experience and your, let's call it your property war chest, to have partnered with ZAHomes and Michael Bowen?
Well, before I did any training on property, I purchased a property and I bought it with the intention of letting the property, but I was making a loss straight away.
Okay.
With the
standard method.
Yeah, the standard method. With the intention the property price rise, the rental would increase and it would cover my costs and I would be fine. But at the property prices didn't rise. I was inexperienced. I had no training, and eventually I had to sell and I lost money. And so that was for me a big learning experience. Now that I'm with Michael and I've done the training, I'll never get caught like that again.
All right. So after all we've just covered, would you recommend to invest or partner with ZAHomes?
100%. There's no better place to put your money. You know, if you stick it on the stock market, you're going to risk, markets crash. And if you stick it in the bank, you're not going to get anything for it. But the main thing for me is not really the money; it's the learning and being able to generate an income which is sustainable over a long period of time. So it's a passive income kind of. So ultimately, at the end of the day, the passive income. But then I also want to help people. I want to help others, like you guys helped me. I want to help other people become debt free, if you want to call it that. And become self-sustainable without having to answer to a grumpy old boss kind of thing. So for me, I would have no hesitation in recommending getting involved with ZAHomes as an investor or a partner if you get the opportunity. So 100%, yes.
Cool. All right.